Morning, fellow Ghanaians, and welcome to yet another episode on the Npra Insight. My name is Efua, and here with me is our guest today, Mr. Frank Anderson.
Yes,
Welcome, Mr. Frank Anderson.
thank you.
And please, we'll take the question from the subtopic pension scheme supervision. We would like to know, how does the NPRA oversee the administration of the pension scheme?
Yes, this is one of is the core of our job. It's core of our job to oversee the administration of pension schemes in Ghana, to regulate the activities. So that's what we do. Okay, and in doing so, we set standards. Okay, we set standards for the trustees to follow. We give them guidelines. Okay, we give them guidelines on what to do and what not to do. Okay, we give them the code of conduct. Okay, on what to do and what not to do. We monitor the activities. We do online monitoring. We have an application or a system that we call IBS, risk-based supervision system. Okay, it's a software that we use to monitor the activities of the trustees and to make sure that whatever thing they are doing is not risky. Any risk event or any risk activity is highlighted or is triggered by the system when the information is fed into the system. In fact, they whatever report that they send to us, they send to the system. So if there is anything untoward, the system picks it up, it highlights it. Then we focus on that area to and we do on-site monitoring. We go there to look into their books, to look into what they do, to make sure that they are doing the right thing. So we supervise them through many ways or avenues to make sure that they are doing the right thing.
Sure. Okay, so please, what measures are put in place to ensure that the pension benefits are paid correctly and on time?
For the pension benefit to be paid correctly, as part of our monitoring, we get some information from them. Information on payment of benefit. So how much has been paid, and to who or to which people. So they tell us what they've paid, and we also go into the system to check who they paid to and how much they've paid. And for the payment, we also look at the normally we take a sample statement, and for the people that have paid, to look at whether they paid them the right amount of money. Okay, and if you also receive your benefit or receive your statement or receive your payment and realize that you are not happy and they've changed you can approach the NPRA. We look into it and to make sure that whatever they paid you is what is supposed to be paid. We've had complaints coming from people on SNIT that the SNIT didn't calculate their benefit well and all that. So when we receive those complaints, we look at it, we review it, and we work on it to make sure that whether it is right or not. If we realize that yes, the person has been changed, then we tell the SNIT that this is not the person is supposed to get. You have to recalculate and pay the person whatever is due the person. Same applies to the trustees, the private ones. So if somebody is not happy about what they've paid, we look at it. They complain to us. We look at it, and if the investment, the returns that is on it is not supposed to be so, we also draw their attention, and then they do what is right. So yes, we make sure that whatever they are doing the payment that they are paying to the pensioners or the contributors is right.
So the regulatory isn't just on governmental insurance companies, but also the private ones.
There are people who are involved in the administration of pension schemes. Okay, we have trustees, and but those who are doing pensions are trustees. But we have SNIT as a trustee for tier 1, and we have trustees for tier 2 and 3. Okay, these are private companies.
Okay.
Private companies and individuals who have been licensed by NPRA to.
Okay. So please, how does the NPRA ensure that pension schemes are governed in a transparent and accountable manner?
Just as I think I've said from the beginning that we normally we monitor. We have rules, we have guidelines, we have disclosures on how what kind of information to be disclosed and to who. Okay, so there are disclosures. You need to inform the contributors of their money. You need to inform contributors of through issuance of statement. You have to inform them about your operations through issuance of annual report. You also have to hold annual general meetings with your contributors. So at the end of the year, you can have a webinar with all your members on the scheme, and you brief them on the happenings and inside out of the scheme. You're supposed to have an audit report. You're supposed to do an audit report, which is also a public document. You give it to NPRA. Any of the members of the scheme can also request for it to see what is in there, and the kind of arrangement that you've done for the 3-tier scheme. The management aspect is such that you cannot. It's very difficult to hide something. Okay, it's very difficult to hide something. Even at the trustee level, at the board level, we have an independent trustee, somebody who is not who doesn't have any business to do with the company. In fact, it doesn't have any benefit. Doesn't have any relation with the company. So those people are put there for to make sure that whatever the trustee is doing, he's doing it right. Okay, yes. So it's an independent person which is there, which is supposed to feed NPI with any information that the trustee is doing, which is not right, and he's a member of the board of trustees. And we also have other people who are involved in the management. We have the fund custodians, we have the fund managers, and we have the trustee. So the trustee appoint the fund manager and the fund custodians. Okay, so the trustee itself doesn't get the physical access to the money. Okay, so when the monies are paid, it goes to the bank direct. Okay, well, if the trustee want to do an investment, they just call the bank, the custodian, to put the money where they're supposed to be. And we have the fund managers, the investment companies. We have Melbourne Investment, we have EDC Investment, we have Data Bank Investment. Those are pension fund managers. They advise the trustee on where to put the money. Okay, so after they've advised the trustee, then the trustee then contacts the custodian who's holding the money to invest the money. So it's a triangle like this. The trustee, this is a fund manager. The fund manager advises the trustee, and then the trustee informs the custodian to invest the money. Okay, so at any point in time, they all know what kind of investment is supposed to be done. So if the trustee is doing something fishy, and you, the custodian, you don't tell the trustee or that what he's doing is not right, and the trustee that will find out, all of you will be in trouble. You understand? All of two of you will be in trouble. So at any point in time, one of them will have to leak or will have to inform the authority what is going on. You understand? So that's one of the things that we do to make sure that there's an accountability within the management of the scheme. So it's a kind of it's a stringent process structure in place to make sure that whatever is going on, the authority is aware, and they all have a role in disclosing or informing the authority on happenings within the scheme.
Okay. So please, under industry development and promotion, I would like to know, how does the NPRA promote the development of pension industry in Ghana?
That's a good question. Promoting the development of pensions in Ghana is one of our functions. It's one of our functions to promote the development of pension schemes. If you want to promote the development of pension scheme, the first thing that you need to do is that the people will have to understand. We have to know pensions. They have to understand. They have to appreciate pensions. Okay, before you can develop products and then to sell it to the people. So as part of our development, we educate, we inform, and we gather data. Okay, that will help us to know exactly what kind of scheme can be set up for a particular group of people. You understand? So if you don't educate, if you don't get the feedback, how can you develop pension schemes or product that will fit their needs? Okay, so we do that. We make sure that we we get information, we make sure that whatever we are doing it in the interest of the contributors of
So
the scheme, the members of the scheme.
How regular do you go out to educate people about it? Because looking around, people don't really understand what pension is. They feel like you're going to spend their money, so they don't want to involve themselves in.
Yes, we do it very often. We do it, but it's one of the things that every day people are telling us that we have to do. That they're not aware. Oh, me, I don't know there's anything like pension. I'm not aware there's anything like 3-tier pension scheme. Nobody. A lot of people say that, but of course, we are doing what we can. We are doing a lot.
Thank you so much, Mr. Anderson.
You are welcome.
So, fellow Ghanaians, these are some little things you should know, very, very important to us, about the NPRA. Thank you for having me.